The gears of war churn ever onward, and war itself tends to make strange bedfellows. In joining a coalition with Yuan Shao, over the course of time, he has grown beyond constrainable means, and has decided to create the Duchy of Song. In doing so, all those that surround him turn their eyes and ire on him as well. Seeing the way the wind blows, Liu Bei takes a hint and bows out of the coalition with the Duchy of Song, only to join the one that is currently at war with them. But Liu Bei sits in the center and is at war with none, picking away at what little he can and taking what he believes is his, while trying to keep the peace with as many people as possible. But the Duchy of Song is certainly something that needs our attention. As its borders grow, we also have to keep in mind that they have our nephew. Welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms, everybody. And it's true, and I'm kind of at a point where I am not sure what to do next. Not because I am bothered or confused about my options, of course, but more in that I'm wondering if I need to get another city up and running, or another army up and running. I'm seeing so many people running around, and it seems it would do us well to pick up a second army. But there's a few other things I want to take care of as well. This also may be a slightly shorter episode than I anticipated. I actually ended up recording this episode once already, full disclaimer. This is I have to record it again because I wasn't aware that my hard drive was full, and I didn't realize it wasn't full until I was done recording, and then saw that I barely got any footage, and I have to do it again. So, I'm going to try and maintain the same actions as I did before. Nothing super thrilling happened in the process. Well, nothing dramatic happened. We had some fights and stuff, but we may end up having those fights again. But I want to kind of shuffle things around quickly. For one, our general here is miserable. He's constantly unhappy, and it might be best for us to replace him. So I'm going to go ahead and remove everything that's of value off of him, including that weapon, just give him something less great, because he's not legendary yet. And we already have a legendary one of these guys here. So let's click on him, and we can recall him. And then we'll go ahead and put in a new general. One that'll get along with them all. We could put our wife in there, and it might not be a bad thing. She's not thrilled right now. Why does it say she's super thrilled here, but over here she's not? I don't know why she desires a higher court position either, but it might be good to throw her in there and have her lead our army. And she could be basically in charge of the archers. So let's go ahead and confirm her. We can go ahead and lead those archers, and we're just gonna load her up. Well, we have a bunch of archers over here, so we might just do a few more. Ooh, a trebuchet. It's very expensive, but that could be really cool. Let's get a couple of those, and then let's get a few more of these in there. And I'm gonna swap out you with you. I want a few more cavalry over here, and this is gonna be one of our armies. And then next one, I want another. Maybe start to bring on another one. Let's go ahead and see if we can get her up into the legendary tier if we could. We'll give her this for expertise. We'll give her a follower as well, one that's gonna help her cunning greatly. Looks like it's gonna be this guy. More morale is good too. And well, more resolve doesn't hurt. Certainly. Okay. Not terrible. Her abilities are pretty good. Cunning and ranged. So she's going to be super great with ranged people. So we'll probably end up keeping her ranged up. And we'll let her kind of sit there. Eventually, when we do move in on Cao Cao, or not on Cao Cao, on the Duchy of Song, the idea is going to be to very quickly take some land that once belonged to Cao Cao, so we don't have to actually worry about it anymore, so he can't take that land back. That's kind of my strategic move here, is to move in as quickly as we can and allow that to happen. Let's go ahead and also do some upgrades if we can get them. Getting higher level cities is going to be also ideal for us because it's going to give us prestige, and then the prestige is going to go and help us out with reaching the next rank. So let's go with the grain storage here, it looks like. Actually, we can wait a little bit. We have money coming to us next turn. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. We're going to jump into our trade agreements real quick. Mostly with Zhang Chao, and we're actually going to can this. There he is. And we're just going to say, hey man, I'm sorry, because right now we're not getting anything from you. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this pact. No more trade. No more trade, please. We're going to gain some benefits with people in our what do you call it, in our coalition that we're in right now, which is good. And moreover, what I want to do is actually just set one up with Cao Cao for now. We have more trade power than he does, which means we're going to get a lot more than he is in terms of money. So let's set up a trade agreement, and we're going to be making a decent chunk of change here. And we can actually go ahead and even get more out of him. I wonder if we can actually get a flat payment. We might be able to upgrade that building now. All right, let's do it. So we're gonna get a flat payment down for this trade deal. And on top of that, we're gonna get the trade deal, which is gonna bump our income. But most importantly, what that's gonna let us do right now by making that trade deal is upgrade that farm, because the more food we can get flowing in, the better. So what I want, we can do land development, which is population growth, +1 food production from farming, 70 income, and military buildings cost less. And then if we want, we could just get a bunch more from farming and as well as sell a bunch. Or we can do government support, which will give us 25% food production, and then eventually 100 or 150. I like this one. Let's go with that. Just a percentile-based increase is good, and basically, that trade deal that we made paid for it flat out. Pretty simple. I just don't know if we want to raise another army. It might not be a bad call. And have a strategist who's also legendary, who respects patience and intelligence at the head. Honestly, let's go ahead and get him up. And just load him up with another ranged. More armies, the better. We know we're about to pop a powder keg with the Duchy of Song. It's only a matter of time. Kong Rong wants military access. Honestly, I'm okay with that because I know he's at war. He's technically on a vassalage under good old the Duchy of Song, and I'm fine letting him walk through our territory to fight others because it's going to put pressure. Though actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna say no. I don't want him having an easy access to our coalition. I thought about it, but our coalition is kind of weak comparatively. Cao Cao has also requested they join the war against Zhang Chao. Duchy of Song has declared war. Lubu signed peace with Zhang Jiang. Zhu Shu joins. You hear a man sing of waiting for a noble lord in the town. Dressed humbly in hempen robes and a turban, he reveals himself to be a great strategist. He is neither fledgling phoenix nor sleeping dragon, which actually we were told to listen for. However, but nevertheless, still a man of talents. So we got a new man to our court. How interesting. This is a story event, I believe. So we'll see what happens. Tao Song Grain Tranquil. That's not bad. He respects patience. +12 resolve, +5% armor, 3% replenishment, which is very good. That's our new general, isn't it? Gao Ding and Han Xin has become friends. That's good. We want our generals to be happy with one another. We got an eavesdropper. Came into our court for us. China's vastness, and we got a bunch of people who just showed up. Zhang Fan has returned to the fold and ready for duty. Trade with this faction is no longer possible and has been suspended. All right, we're gonna have to can that one and open up another trade deal with somebody else. So that's our next step. All right, Kong Rong, I love you, buddy. But I gotta say goodbye to our trade agreement. I don't like breaking deals, but it is what it is. However, we do have other people. Ooh, his trade power is big. Liu Bei is not so much. If we wanted to set up a trade agreement, he has none available, does he? No, he does. Oh, we have to share a border. Got you. The Duchy of Song. Could we trade with them while they're currently at war? It's balanced. Oof, he has way more trade power than us. I don't know if I want to do that. Huang Shou. We'll get another 566. We'll trade with you temporarily. What it'll take to make it work? Absolutely not. I'll just give you a flat, like, sum of money. You're actually food poor, and I'm food rich. Here, you want some food, homie? I don't even have to give you that much, and you'll make this work. 11 food for 10 turns, and in turn, you'll hook me up with the trade thing that'll, in the long run, will do me better. You know what? Let's bring this down to about 6 food, and I will make a payment for the rest. Or not. Do I really want to give up that much food? What if I support your independence? You have no interest in being independent. Alright, you're too much to trade with right now, sir. You're full on trade. Alright, you know what, dude? Take 10 food. Ah, perfect. Here we go. Liu Yao, you trust me. Your attitude is neutral. I mean, I'm a good guy. It is what it is. I'm going to request a payment from you over the course of 10 turns on top of this deal. You're going to be lucky to get this deal. And I'll take pretty much everything you can possibly give me on top of a good trade agreement. And now we've got trade agreements that are going to be paying us good money, and that's all that matters. Let's keep recruiting. Crossbowman. Good against armor, poor in melee, roll rear line. Yo, this crossbowman might be better. I mean, they're about better at everything minus their ranged, but everything else is good. Well, we'll let that go for now. I just wonder if it's worth it. Yeah, we might be replacing those soon. We spent a lot of money already, unfortunately. And I think our wife ended up leveling up by becoming a general? She has. Another 8 cunning, 10 character experience, and 40% income from commerce if we administer her. 8 cunning, flaming shot, 10 military supplies in enemy territory. Immediately, that's the one we want. No question. Do we have a good mount for her? She's my wife. Even though she might not be the best fighter, she's my wife. My waifu. Let's give her some good stuff. Beyond that, our spy is still doing his thing. We know where he is. We can have him start poisoning if we ever want to, when we want to attack or if we need to defend. Gonna put you in Donghai, where you can relax and heal up. And as of now, we're almost Grand Marquis, which would be fantastic. Or Second Marquis, rather. That's gonna be this turn, I think. Cao Cao wants to go to war with Zhang Chou. Now here's the thing, Zhang Chou is, I believe, a vassal? Yeah, he's the vassal of the Duchy of Song. I'm going to reject this for now, and the reason is the money's not worth it. We're gonna jump in the war on our terms. I'm not ready to jump in quite yet. I want to make sure we can strike when we're ready. And it looks like Zhenjiang is actually moving in on the Duchy of Song right now, so most of his focus is gonna be in the north. He's gonna have to deal with a war on 3 fronts. And so long as the Duchy of Song is distracted in that way, we should be okay. He declared war on Yuan Shu. Zhang Fu requested Zhang Yang, the 2 more bandits, to join their war against Liu Yan. Zhu Shu's mother. I just got this guy, but yeah, here it is. It's part of a story. Zhu Shu asks for a meeting and arrives looking distressed. My lord, though I know you still have need of me, it seems fate has other plans. My mother has sent an urgent message to meet with her, and I must leave immediately. We're gonna let them leave. I'm curious where this goes. I have no idea how this story goes, so let's follow it. We deepen our relationship with him, and he leaves because family is more important than the state, which I can agree with. Let's continue to let money flow in. And we can actually upgrade this a little bit, which is 50% food production increase. Let's go ahead and take that. Langye is a big farming city for us, a big farming province, rather. And already, that's pretty much all we can do. I have no real interest in moving anyone around. I might move him out this way. We already have 2 of our armies over here. This army is more or less picked up because we need him to, we need another defensive army. A 3rd army is gonna help us out in the long run. You want to invite Lubu to the coalition? That's dangerous. Cao Cao will hate me more. Lubu will like me a lot more, and everybody else will like me a lot more. Where if I just reject it, just Lubu doesn't like me, which I don't understand. I'm gonna say reject it, because that way I won't hurt my relationship with Cao Cao. Doesn't look like Lubu changes at all. So let's go ahead and reject it. Just to play politics. Even if he's gonna get in, that's okay. I don't mind at all. I just can't, I gotta put on a face. I was already outvoted. Huang Shao has been destroyed. Looks like they're dead now. And Duchy of Song commanded their vassal Han Empire to join the war. Liu Bei invited Lubu to join their coalition, which I think is the 2nd and 3rd time he's joined. A magnificent feast is erected outside for Zhu Shu as he prepares to leave. You escort Zhu Shu out, and before bidding a tearful farewell, he tells you to seek one called Sleeping Dragon, a man of great genius whose talents at debate exceed his own. Well, that's good. So you moved to Cao Cao's faction. Maybe that's where your mother was it? And now I gained heartbroken because a good friend that I knew for about 3 days is gone. Okay, we got him back there defending. We'll slowly upgrade that army over time. And it's Reformation time. There's a couple of options here that I've been thinking about. We've got this up here for horse magnets. Trade influence would be more money for us overall. -1 construction time with slave mobilization, which is great. And then a new building, which would give us what exactly? I wish I could click on that building and see what it did. You know what? A general -1 construction time, you can't say no to that. It's just too good. Oof, the Duchy of Song is being devoured alive right now. We're still at war. He still doesn't like me. We issue a declaration shortly after breaking deals. Declaring war on a member of your coalition or leaving a coalition and turning against a former partner is an act of treachery strongly condemned by anyone. But I'm not your partner? I thought we were on a timer. I might just do it anyway at this point. I'm just afraid because they're gonna try and grab my boy, my nephew. Kong Rong. You have no interest in independence. Well, for some reason I can't declare war without becoming untrustworthy, so I'm gonna have to hold out. Which is really frustrating because I just want to move in. Looks like my army is moved. Their army is moving thanks to my spy. I think I'm gonna have to accept his offer to join the war for 3 grand, because this is gonna pull me in. 2 turns of untrustworthy. I accept. I think that's gonna put me at war with the Duchy of Song. Yep, I'm at war with them now. For 2 turns, I'm gonna be a little untrustworthy. Woo! Competitive versus competitive. You are observing a battalion drilling when you notice 2 warriors competing. You first, one cries, offering his bow. No, you first, the other replies through gritted teeth. As they argue, the entire battalion turns to watch. Zhang Fang or Tao Xing, I can deepen my relationship with either one. Respects caution, patience, intimidation. Commands perceptiveness and caution. They're both people that I would like a lot. Why don't we go Tao Shang? And a Sentinel, one we don't really travel with too often. The morale boost is nice. He's more aligned, he's more like us than the other one. There we go. We made a decision and our relationship blossomed. Now it's time for war. So we have an army over here force marching, and then 2 large areas left completely open. This is exactly what we want. We have to try and move in and take it if we can, and even if we can't hold it, sack it, possibly. I think we're gonna move our army in as quickly as we can, and if we force march, we should be able to just snag it. So I think we're gonna go as force march, and I think we're just gonna rush in. We're also gonna move to the border with Liu Bei and get ready to back him up if we need to. We should be okay though. We're moving in and we're moving in quick. The Duchy of Song would like peace, and in turn I'm gonna become his vassal. He can eat my Liu Bei dick. Yeah, they're ditching completely. And we can see all their armies. They do have like 4 armies, maybe 5? It's hard to know who they fly with because the flags are a little similar. Just saying. It's like varying shades of green, white, and red. Tao Song gained Bright. We gained a farmer. Trading port in Dong Lai. Alright. First, we move Liu Bei up. Liu Bei, why? Let's just, come on. In we go. We could starve them out, force them to come to us, fight them on the outskirts with no walls, and then win even more decisively. I genuinely think that's what we're gonna do. I don't think they're gonna do much. Is that him right there? Is that like actually him? I'm gonna quick save because I don't know what break siege does. Hang on. That's him. Oh, that's South. Oh, he's moving in to try and take this before we can. Absolutely not. So we just need to delegate and take it. Before South snags it. We moved in just in time. We barely lost anybody. Yeah, that wasn't worth starving out. We're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna occupy it. Your power increases to Marquis. Word of your achievements has traveled far. There are many obstacles between here and ultimate peace in China. Yet you must strive on. By establishing yourself as Marquis, you have taken another step along this arduous but righteous path. We've actually ranked up. So now, you've grown powerful enough to establish an alliance or coalition with another faction. When your enemies are growing in strength, look to become allies with their enemies. Coalitions are temporary deals. Yeah. That's what we've been doing this whole time. Know the hearts and desires of your enemies. You can place your own characters in another faction pool and hope that the faction then hires your character. If this happens, your character will act as a spy and build up a network. I didn't know that. That's cool. Ministers are second in power only to you and your heir. Place your most ambitious, capable, and important generals in ministerial positions, as they will help make and shape your empire. Ministers provide faction-wide bonuses while in office. My God! Yeah, we know we have to become emperor. I like how she's telling me I need to become emperor to win. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff. Grand Commandant. We might put our general in here. The Grand Commandant is your commander-in-chief with supreme operational oversight in military matters. Definitely want one of these guys. They're both buddies. In you go. Grand Excellency. The Grand Excellency manages affairs of the Treasury and oversees development projects in your commanderies. Characters in this position become part of your faction council. Might want to put Guan Yu up there. Industry. Wouldn't change much. I want only my most trusted sitting high. And then just another administrator could go well. Somebody low on the totem pole who desires a higher position. Why do you hate me? Yeah, that's easy enough. Zhang Feng. Oh, I have to deploy him in a location. Well, he's not running an army or anything right now. +1 available armies. No desire for higher office till rank 4. Minus 30% corruption. 15% income from all sources. 15 reserve. 20 income. Food production. We'll send him into Pengcheng, I think. Or Donglai. Somewhere safe. Donghai is what we'll slap him for now. And our court is looking very, very good. Everything is starting to look very, very good. Now Chen is next. As far as the city that we want to tackle. But first we have a level up. Gao Ding, congratulations, sir. Might be better for you to take a better weapon now that you're leveling up. Instinct, available armies, yeah, let's go. Movement campaign on the map, that's what I like to see. Faction-wide support and more discipline might be good. Yeah, and the instinct is gonna help as well. He's almost legendary as well, and we'll have another army with 2 legendary folk in them. Sorry, Cao Cao, I couldn't let you snag this. I need to choke you out. This is a war that we're working together. There is in no way, meaning me, I'm gonna be handing things over to you in hopes that, you know, you'll be happy about it. Not gonna happen. We need to be spending more money and more upgrades. I want more food. Straight up, I just want more food. So we'll go over here. I want to make sure we are rolling in food for as far and as long as we can. The Han Empire we're at war with, I believe. They have 11 slots open? You want to trade? Sure, I will give you almost 2 grand right now for what will eventually pay back in more than that after 4 turns. Take it. We will absolutely set up a 4th trade route and continue to have money pouring in. And it's crazy how very quickly bouncing from this to here was basically seeing an opportunity to play both sides, which is diplomacy at its finest, has put us in a position to take this farm and move in further and just try and snatch up all this land up to the river. Ideally, I'd love to grab up to the river as much as possible. Now we have this Chen, and I need to see what else there's left for Chen. There's this city in this farmland here, and that'll be that province. We want that. We'll see if we can grab it. Let's actually keep bolstering this army. Now that we have some money. Zhang Feng, we'll absolutely hook him up. Or Shi Chu. Actually, let's give him Shu Han. Let's do that. And I'd love to have a... somebody that's similar. Oh, we just don't have the money for it right now. So we'll just keep throwing cavalry into him, and then we'll be good. Just keep the army building. We're far from over. Guanzhang, who is a vassal of the Duchy of Song, wants military access in turn for negotiate. He's gonna give me military. Oh, he wants to play on our side a little bit. Well, I don't really want that, but you are desperate for food. Oh, I see. Well, maybe we can play with that a little bit. I want you to break away. What do you want? You want a territory? I can't do that. I can, however, throw food at you. You don't want a ton. And you don't want money. Is that all you really want? I could go to war with you if you don't accept. But I have no interest in doing that. I gotta play nice. I'm Liu Bei, baby. Another season, and the clocks continue to turn, and it seems that he is making a break for Chen, the large city. However, he's close, so he might reinforce us if we can get there before him. I think we can. If we move in here with our main troop to the large city of Chen, it's not only a decisive victory because he's decided he's willing to help us, it immediately becomes ours. Again, he's right there, and there's no reason not to just delegate this and take it for ourselves. We're not going to siege it, we have plenty of help. Cao Cao, without realizing it, is helping us out. We lost, again, barely anybody, and they lost everyone. We're going to take this city for ourselves, because I'm not stupid. And we're going to thank good old Cao Cao here for his loving support. And we're going to put... Oop, I've rotated the camera. I know people get annoyed when I do that. We're going to put him in the farm. And we're going to leave you in Chen, because we need these cities to kind of get better. And it looks pretty okay. We need a reform, though, for this particular building. We might just demolish it then. We're just gonna go ahead and demolish that and get rid of it. Everything else will be fine. We have both of our armies here. Cao Cao is on his way. And we have a defensive army hanging out north, slowly building his retinue over time. We're genuinely only at war with Zhang Chao and the Duchy of Song. That's actually great. Now, if we let Cao Cao move on, and he decides to snag the farmland of Chen, which is very, very possible, that won't necessarily be a bad thing, because we could potentially buy it off of him. The big move I need to keep making is up to this river. I want to grab this river and just block the borders. It's going to allow us a lot more trade routes and a bunch of other things in the process, so I want to make that happen. We have an assignment we could throw here, too. It's all food production, but we have nobody available. Our court needs to begin expanding, I believe. Yeah, everybody that we have is doing something. We have a trader and a guard. And he's a sentinel. Surplus markets, plus 15% trade influence, if he's only a minister, etc., etc. Energetic, wise, and vigilant. Zhang Yan from 205 to 205. Morale when defending. A good army and in a time of war might not be bad, but then we got Kang Huo over here. He commends perceptiveness, respects caution. Gongsun Zhen only temporarily. Why don't we grab a sentinel? And we can send him out to do something with the commanderies while we're here. Let's just put him there for less corruption in the moment. Let's take a look at our happiness real quick. Public order. Yeah, public order is still high. People jump into our faction, and once they're in, they're happy to be here. We're very kind people. Yeah, their happiness is just skyrocketing. It's fantastic. Well, well, well. Huang Zu has come, looking for a non-aggression pact. He's a vassal of Liu Bei. He's decently south where I'm not worried about it right now, so I'm okay with taking this. He's at war with a bunch of people, all of our enemies, so sure, I'm down. I'm now a dominant threat in this world. I just realized I went from like a nobody to a dominant threat. Oh boy. The Sleeping Dragon. Your acquaintance Zhu Shu comes to visit. After talking of various minor matters, he looks serious. There is a great man and strategist called Zhu Zhiliang, the Sleeping Dragon. If you wish to gain his aid, seek him at his nearby home. Yeah, alright, we'll see what this is about. We'll see where that leads. Yes, we can threaten factions. This Sleeping Dragon is interesting. Let's go ahead and throw grain storage and make this purely food. We could also livestock it, which is food. Though food goes down, and I assume we just gain livestock? We eat a lot more. We lose prestige. Why do we lose prestige? Wait. Am I comparing it to something? I don't want to compare it. Turn off the comparison. We gain 5 prestige. We already have grain farms. If we have grain storage, what do we get? Honestly, livestock for the prestige, food, all that other good stuff, plus a garrison. I guess we already have livestock? Oh, that's what that is. Oh, I'm dumb. Why don't we get an inn over here? Mainly because it'll make other agricultural buildings cheaper. We could also throw a school up. Faction-wide, more experience? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get a school up. We haven't had a school yet, and this is producing a decent amount of food for us already. In the throes of war, though, he's going for this farmland, bizarrely. Or he's going to fight them. And I'm game to support him. Ooh, Zhang Feng leveled up. Let's give him a charge bonus in battle. Let's get up here. We're likely gonna dip south. Actually, we should focus on Lady Sai's Liu Bei. We're not at war with them, but we should try and take this farm, and we'll have all of Chen. I'm hoping he'll be okay, and if he's not, I'm hoping he's within range of us to do some reinforcements. We'll see what happens. Fighting in winter is just dangerous. Who is this? I'm very concerned about you. Ooh, you got wiped out. You want a labor recruiter? Sorry, my mans. The first visit. You approach the cottage of Master Sleeping Dragon and knock on the door. His servant answers but regrets that his master is not at home. Should you return another time, he may be in. He'll promise to return. The Sleeping Dragon by Zhu Shu, one of our best friends that we've only knew for like 3 days, is very interesting. So who are you? Gongsun Zan, Duchy of Song. So that's a problem. However, the farm is mostly open. Do I want to swing at them right now? If we can catch them out, it might not be a bad thing. Let's see if we can. If I march, can't attack in this stance. Got it. We'll keep Chen here. We're gonna try and push him back. I'd like to take the Chen farmland afterward. My spy is in this army. Ooh, okay. I don't know what that means. A reformation, first and foremost. 20% income from industry, we'll take it, absolutely. More money for us. Are they gonna run or are they gonna come at us? I kinda hope they come at us. I wanna make sure everybody's got the best of the best stuff they can have. You have no accessory? You need to have more resolve, basically, so take this. And we'll see what happens with this fight. Maybe they'll run. Ooh, okay. It's predicted a Pyrrhic victory. Let's look at the map real quick. It's a forest battle. I think we can do this. No one's reinforcing. I think we can make this work. Oh, I might need... All right, we outnumber them. Oh, this is beautiful. We outnumber them by a few hundred men. Moreover, we have way more range than they do. The issue is that there's a lot of trees, as we knew, so we need to kind of position ourselves so that we can maybe take advantage of that. So, first, let's grab our boy and all of his cavalry and do what we always do, which is set up at a hidden forest area. We'll do it like right here. After that, I'm game for pretty much everyone to just come in the center here, because we're just gonna march out into the open and wait them out, ideally. If we can get a duel in, that would work. There's not much we can do for setup beyond that. It's gonna be a lot of waiting and seeing who makes their first kind of appearance. Then we'll go from there. Here we go. The soon blood-soaked fields of battle this night are gorgeous starlit skies. Colorful trees and a blue dark sky welcome our soldiers as lights of their own mark their path. But not far past them all lies the enemy, trying to strike us down before anything substantial could take place here. They're somewhere within those trees, and once they're known, we'll make our move. And hopefully, though we are only slightly outnumbered, we'll walk away victorious here. Our generals can carry more than their weight, certainly. Let the battle start. As you can see, our men push to the west to start. Trying to get eyes on the enemy, they march forward, sticking together. Archers in the back, cavalry to the sides and waiting to flank, pikemen and shield up front. A classic setup, and easy. Picking a slightly uphill position, still not seeing our enemy, we decide to wait here. It's more defensible, and as soon as we get eyes, we can start making decisions. But for now, keeping our men safe and well positioned is going to be key to winning this battle. A defensive fight is much better than an offensive one, especially in our current position. And suddenly, trebuchets come landing down on us, wiping out a few of our men. A quick decision by Liu Bei. As they see more and more of the trebuchets firing, he has to decide if we want to hold ground here or move. What they don't realize is they've given away their position. We know where they are, or at least where they're firing from, and through the trees, as our men march, their men are visible. It becomes clear, with one cavalry making their way around back, that they were not prepared for us to sweep around like this. We've caught them from behind. They were moving to try and take an offensive and move at us in a direct manner. But we were quick to move, and now you can see all of their armies are scurrying to reposition themselves to get a better position on us, which puts us at the advantage. Their cavalry is still being pelted by our men, and they can see our lanterns now. Strewn across the field, bodies of some of the cavalry. But now that we see them, we have to make a decision. Their trebuchets can still hit us and are doing a number on us. This is my first run-in with trebuchets, and they're proving to be devastating. But Liu Bei decides to hold ground. Their men are pushing forward. However, we know where their trebuchets now are. They're gonna try and push across an open field where we have still the cover of trees. We're just at the forest line. But those trebuchets need to go, and they need to go soon. So Liu Bei sends Zhang's cavalry around the back. Their goal is to distract or at least eliminate the trebuchets with Zhang with them as best they can. Work around the army, past those who run by, and try and nullify the biggest threat in their army that we can see thus far. If we can take out their trebuchets, we have the defensive position to hold back at the forest line. You can see our archers just littering the ground with arrows as they try and breach the forest. But our cavalry is armed with shields, so we'll be able to manage this. Their cavalry flanks around, so we send 2 of our regiments to distract them, while the other 2 continue on in the forest. Unfortunately, they're quickly being tied up by enemy troops. If we can push past, we'll be able to do something here. Even their generals are getting involved. The trebuchets seemingly have stopped firing, though, those who are arming it having to run in and fight. So at the very least, job done for now. Their men continue to gather, and our men, seeing an opportunity to reposition themselves closer, take it. Take open field for themselves, as most of their archers are now distracted with cavalry here. Their melee troops are gonna have to try and face us directly if we want to make this work. This may not have been the best decision, though. Putting ourselves in the open field like this is inviting an assault like this, and we're gonna feel the pain of that soon. Our men hold strong, though some of them wavering a little bit. We're able to keep those who tried to hit our flank and our back line at bay, while backing up some of our own archers to lay in support and suppressing fire. Meanwhile, our cavalry is still taking out the back line, keeping them occupied, with Zhang in there doing his work. In the meantime, Guan has jumped into this battle on foot. trying to wipe out generals and send them reeling. One has already tried to retreat, and Guan has been doing a great job at taking down the other. Though there are those who want to take him down. The general has decided to meet him on the battlefield, which is great for Guan because as the god of war, he's exceptional at fighting other generals. This will go supremely well for him, and already he's running. Perhaps to join their men and their other general on the field. This one looks like he's gonna try and charge into our men from the side. And he does do some decent damage. Our line has faltered and broken a little bit here, but we still hold strong and we have a lot of men on the field. A lot of ammo still in our back pockets as well, littering these guys as they approach. Even though they have shields, it's not a bad idea to at least try and lay down suppressive fire. They're escorting their archers to a better position as well. Ooh, their archers have their swords drawn and they're charging cavalry that seem to have stopped from battle and are gonna try and surround them. But Zhang was behind them, waiting desperately to jump in. This is where he belongs, in giant groups of men. The last enemy general fell in battle, and as such, all of their troops have lost their morale and are breaking. The victory is actually ours. Surprisingly so. As they run, our men will give chase, and we'll weed out their remaining soldiers as best we can. Route them out, and if any survive, we'll see what we need to do. But let's see if any survive first. This battle is ours. Hard fought, but well earned. Well, that went exceptionally well. We lost a good chunk of men. We're gonna actually oh, okay. Friends and rivals, Wang Feng Wei. I don't know who that is. I think we're gonna go ahead and release him because he's still a very useful spy. We could extract him. We've heard that they suspect a spy within their ranks, but I'm gonna go ahead and release him. Let's do it. He can do so much more for us, and I'm gonna go ahead and replenish our troops. And I think we can run them down and just finish that army off. No, Yuan Shu. No. All right, let's see if we can run this army down. Liu Zhang has got a peace treaty. You return to the Sleeping Dragon's College for a second time. You meet Zhu Jin, his brother, as well as his adoptive father, but not the elusive one himself. This is becoming frustrating. We'll return. We're gonna meet the whole family first. The family has to approve. Well, let's finish them off. We're gonna go ahead and delegate this battle. We're just gonna wipe them out, ideally. We lost barely anybody, but we can replenish again for the men that we've lost. But I'm gonna go ahead and ransom and release. And that alone is a nice way to clean up the area. Now, we still want Chen Farm, and if we can get it, I'd like it. Let's move in and take a look. And there's not much there defending it. So Chen Farm, it's gonna have to wait till next episode. The world is changing, and we are growing. Shifting alliances have fallen in our favor, and everything we're doing so far seems to be working, even if we take a few losses and beatings along the way. China is well on its way to being unified.